Well, a very good evening to you. Welcome to Becherid. We are in Morocco for our continuing coverage of the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. And this evening we are in Group D for the meeting between Angola and Côte d'Ivoire. This game getting underway in just over 10 minutes time at 5 p.m. here in Morocco. Angola and Côte d'Ivoire, match day 2 of this Under-17 AFCON. And a sneak peek inside the Angolan dressing room. The fruit laid out on the table, ready to greet the players. This, of course, the famous Angolan colours of red and yellow. And this Angolan team eager to bounce back from defeat in their opening match. Arriving here a short while ago. The Palanquinhas, or the little sable antelopes, up against Côte d'Ivoire, of course, one of the great names in African football, and the Young Elephants, hoping to win the Under-17 title for the second time. They were the champions in 2013. They won that competition here in Morocco. And they arrived here in Becherid, south of Casablanca, a short while ago. The Ivorian team, who started their campaign by hammering the Central African Republic by 6 goals to 1. Two sets of players have been out warming up on the pitch here in Becherid ahead of kickoff. Pivotal game this, as these two teams bid for a place in the quarter-finals.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
كوت ديفوار. أيها السادة والسادة، لنرحب بالفريقين الوطنيين لأنغولا والكوت ديفوار.
Welcome to Becherid, south of Casablanca, for match day 2 of the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations, taking place this year in Morocco. Who will succeed Senegal as the champions of the continent in the age group? Well, Côte d'Ivoire have won this competition before. They're looking to be crowned champions at Under-17 level for the second time. They got off to the perfect start with a big victory on match day 1, and now they're looking to make it 2 from 2 up against Angola today. The teams making their way out here. What is a very pleasant late afternoon on Moroccan soil.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the national anthem of Angola.
Time for the national anthems, beginning with the national anthem of Angola.
إن كان بالإمكان للنشيد الوطني لأنغولا.
That was the national anthem
Ladies
of Angola.
and gentlemen,
now time
please
for the national
remain
anthem
standing
of
for
the Côte
the
d'Ivoire.
national anthem of Côte d'Ivoire. أيها السيدات والسادة، المرجو البقاء واقفين من أجل النشيد الوطني للكوت ديفوار.
An anthem ringing out around the stadium here in Bereshid, one of the venues for this year's Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. We're in Morocco, and it is match day 2 in Group D as Angola take on the Côte d'Ivoire. Let's take a look at the teams, shall we? This is the Angola side then, as they look to bounce back from a 2-1 defeat to Mali 3 days ago. Jaden Puna scored their goal in that game. There are 4 changes altogether made by the Angola coach, Mito da Silva. 3 of the players coming in are based in Portugal. Edi Lazio, Luis Pedro Rasgado and Denzel Liyun, the expected front 3 today, all introduced into the starting lineup by the Angolan coach, as he looks to give them some fresh impetus following that narrow defeat on match day 1 against what is a pretty strong Mali team. The referee today is Bouchra Karboubi from Morocco. We have VAR officials keeping across the action as well, Hamza El Farik and Babakar Sarr. They are the VAR team in the control room. It is a breezy afternoon, you can see that from the pennants waving in the wind. The 2 captains there, Delphine Luvavo of Angola, and the Ivorian goalkeeper and captain Christian Yannick Kouassi. The Ivorian team is perhaps unsurprisingly unchanged from that which kicked off their opening game against the Central African Republic, a game in which they ran out big 6-1 winners here on this same pitch in Bereshid. The star man, Alinho Aidara, the 16-year-old forward who scored 4 goals in that game, including a couple of penalties, and he will lead the line today for this Ivorian team, coached by Basiriki Diabate. A team full of players who represent some of the big names at club level in the Côte d'Ivoire, notably San Pedro and ASEC Mimosas as well. So we're ready to get underway. Ivorians looking to make it 2 wins from 2 ahead of the second game in the group later between the Central African Republic and Mali, and the Angolans looking to get off the mark. It is Angola who get us underway on match day 2 at this year's Under-17 AFCON, this Group D clash against a Côte d'Ivoire side fresh from a big victory, 6-1 in their opening fixture against the Central African Republic. Ivorians who have come here to this year's tournament looking to repeat their triumph at the 2013 Under-17 AFCON, also on Moroccan soil. Angola will surely represent a stiffer test, though, than what the Young Elephants faced in their opening match. He's Diarra Suba with a lovely turn and then opening the play up for Vaboué Doumbia on the right-hand side. There is a problem for Angola because Edi Lazio Domingos has stayed down after taking a knock to the face, I think, contact with Diarra Suba. Edi Lazio, one of the players brought into the Angolan team today. Lovely footwork by Diarra Suba, but the hand-off into the face of the Angolan player is what has been picked up by the referee. That's why Angolan player stayed down. There he is, Mito da Silva, the Angolan coach. Claudio Mobio playing at left back today for the Ivorians, giving to Cedric Goubet. To the left-hand side, will it be kept in? Lazio unable to reach it. Dumbia playing on the right-hand side of the Ivorian defence. Basirike Diabate's team fresh from that big opening victory. Qualified for this competition thanks to their performances last year in Ghana, the West Africa Football Union B Zone tournament. Just a reminder that hashtag Total Energies AFCON U-17 to keep across all the action on social media at this year's competition, which is well underway. And a really enjoyable few days ahead of us up to the final, which is set to take place just over a fortnight from now on the 19th of April. These two teams would love to go all the way to that. There is another objective at this competition, which is to qualify for the next FIFA Under-17 World Cup. The quarter-finalists all qualify. And another 2 places will be on offer via playoff matches between the teams finishing third in the group stage. Souza of Angola, the number 20, scrapping possession with those long legs of his. It comes back to Gelson Dalla, the goalkeeper. Sent long downfield, and Obli Kwame will pick it up for the young Elephants. Mobio. Terrific ball out to the right-hand side from Goubet. Excellent running down that flank, and the cross was looking for Alinho Aidara. The number 9, the scorer of 4 goals in the Ivorians' opening game, but it was collected by Gelson Dalla, the goalkeeper. He's a highly rated goalkeeper, but one of the youngest players in the Angolan squad. Majority of the players involved in this game today born in 2008, but there are a few who were born in 2009, and Gelson Dalla, the Angolan keeper, is one of them. Here comes Cedric Goubet again. Jaden Puna coming across to cover. First corner kick of the game then for the Ivorians. Twali will deliver this. Everybody back defending for Angola. The ball is not kept in play by Jaru Mwanya. Thought he got away from Jose Cabral, but the referee's whistle blown by Bushra Karboubi. Very experienced referee for today's game. So there are some Ivorian fans wearing the Instantly recognisable orange jersey of the Elephants, which the players out there today are not wearing. They're in white kit this afternoon. Running again from Gobey. Give and go, he carries on into the penalty box, and he was just put off enough by the challenge coming in from Luis Pedro Rasgado. Did enough to put Cedric Gobey off as he tried the shot, the youngster from ASEC Mimosas, the great club from Abidjan. Siriki Diabate and his Ivorian team targeting as a minimum objective, a place in the knockout phase. Here they come again. It's all trying to thread it through between the Angola defenders to pick out Aidara. A rare chance this for the Angolans to have a bit of possession, knock the ball about at the back. It's been a very bright start to the game from Côte d'Ivoire. Jairo Moania. Picked up by Malo. Playing it forward, the Ivorians looking comfortable in possession, but slack touch allows the Angolans to come away with it. This is the captain, Delphine Luvavu. Plays the 1-2 and tries the shot. The Ivorian defence get it clear. Dala coming out of his penalty box to send that forward to Atos Souza. Ivorians with the edge in terms of the early possession. That is reflected in the higher number of passes completed by them. Atos Souza lifted forwards for Denzel Lioun, picked up by Luvavu, and he wins the free kick. The challenge coming in from Sheikh Ahmed Tidiane Malo, number 10. It's quite a long way out, this free kick. You can really see how breezy it is here today in the Bereshit. Too far from goal to try the shot. It's floated into the penalty box, beyond the reach of everybody. Angola's fifth appearance in the finals of the under-17 AFCON. Only once before have they won the second group game. That might be a statistic which doesn't mean an awful lot today, of course, but the only time at this competition when they've won their second group game came in 1999 when they beat Nigeria by 0-0. Winning your second group game can be pivotal, and it's important for them today after a defeat in their opening match. 10 minutes in and 0-0 this afternoon between Angola and the Côte d'Ivoire. It's the Ivorians on the offensive again. The Angolans in red and black, defending the penalty box well. So overall, Côte d'Ivoire, a nation who've enjoyed more success continental level in Africa. They are the reigning African champions at senior level, following their incredible triumph at the AFCON at the beginning of last year. That remarkable recovery from a dreadful start to the tournament. It looked like they were going to be eliminated. They changed their coach during the competition, Emas Faye coming in and leading them to a memorable victory. Ivorian shirts very much visible in the stands here in Bereshid at this municipal stadium. Challenge coming in from Mubawo, the captain, is penalised by the referee. Adama Some was the player who was caught. Kwasi, the goalkeeper. Malo just opening it up to the right-hand side. It's an Angolan player who stayed down here. And Angola's not happy as the action continues, and the slightly selfish play in the end, the shot over the crossbar from Diarra Souba. Alinho Aidara is asking the question because he looked to be in a good position in the middle of that ball and perhaps being fizzed across to him instead, but Moise Diarra Souba trying the shot from the tight angle and apologising to his teammates in the end for squandering the opportunity. There are the Ivorian supporters. They love their football in the Côte d'Ivoire. By Eddie Lazio. Angola is really struggling to get a foothold in this game in the early stages. And it's the Côte d'Ivoire who are on top. It's good defending from Mohamed Diarra. Adama Some. Very promising central midfield player, the number 15. This is Mobio looking for Some again. Just to keep possession for the young Elephants. Angola getting it back now. Lorenzo Didisa out to the left-hand side, picked up by Jairo Mwanya. Really impressive defending again. Say it's getting harder for the Angolans to get a hold of possession as the minutes tick by. Challenge coming in from Atos Souza is penalised by the referee. to the Angolan team this afternoon. Back away by Rubio. This is Diarra for the long diagonal out to the right-hand side for Diarra Suba. Taking on Eddie Lazio. He's strong, he's fast, the number 11. And it's a good recovery from Eddie Lazio. Domingos to put the ball out of play on that far side, and Diarra Suba taking the knock. Well, he had to play that ball, and he did. Eddie Lazio, who was just 15 years old. October 2009, not quite the youngest player on the pitch today. Only kicked second of the game for the Ivorians, but it comes to nothing. Kwasi hasn't had a save to make yet, the Ivorian captain in the Young Elephants' goal. Cabral heads it on, picked up by Luvabo, the captain of Angola. Down the line by Luis Pedro Rascado. Denzel Liyun, who plays in Portugal, one of the players brought into the team today. Luis Pedro Rascado as well, the number 13. Right-hand side. Lovely touch by Diarra Suba. Damasome do appear much more comfortable in possession, the Ivorians. Malo looking to play it through for Gobei. Gelson Dalla coming out to claim. They look strong, they look more comfortable in possession, but they've yet to get the opening goal. The Ivorians, Gelson Dalla hasn't really had a save to make. That shot off target from Diarra Suba. He should have done better, probably should have been a bit less selfish and picked out a teammate instead. Given for the challenge on Luis Pedro Rascado. Comes to Rio Ave, an established club in the Portuguese game. Goalless here with 20 minutes gone between Angola and Côte d'Ivoire. Turn to Diarra. Ball Ball sent downfield, watched all the way by José Cabral, the number 5. It's getting a little bit scrappy at the moment. Cabral loose with the ball back the way, pounced upon by Alinho Aidara. Haven't really seen the number 9 getting too involved as yet. He's given that straight to Atos Souza. Jairo Mwanya. Ball forward looking for Indy Lazio on the left flank, but Angola need to try to build possession a bit more. They just can't really play through the Ivorians, who do appear to be superior physically. Now, Aidara is on the ground here. Referee calling for the medical staff to come on, holding that right boot of his. Something often remarked upon, but older football boots tend to offer very little protection. And clearly, he's taking a painful one. Youngsters filling up the stands here. Moroccan public turning out to watch this game. Morocco, of course, country which will host the Senior Africa Cup of Nations at the end of this year. What a tournament that is shaping up to be. It will begin in December and run on into the new year, into January of 2026. Morocco hoping to win the trophy on home soil. Angola will be involved. They'll be in Group B along with Mohamed Salah's Egypt, South Africa and Zimbabwe. You see the reason why Aidara went down injured. Close proximity was Lorenzo Didisa, the Angolan number 2. The Ivorians will be here at the end of the year for the AFCON as well. They'll defend their title up against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, as well as Gabon and Mozambique. The Ivorians will hope for a repeat of their success last year, but they'll hope for a better performance in the group stage, that's for sure. Angola giving that ball back to the Ivorians. There are Angolan supporters here today. They've heard once again the horns of the trains going past, the railway line running along behind the main stand here in Bereshita. Bit of a clumsy touch by Kwasi. Railway line, by the way, which heads north a short distance to the great city of Casablanca itself on the Atlantic Ocean coast. Delphine Luvabo caught there. That is why Angola have a free kick, which the captain himself will take. Choosing to play it short in the end to Jairo Mwanya. Gets it to Cabral. 62% possession for the Ivorians in this first half, but Angola holding on. They might be in here. Indy Lazio's touch letting him down. He just lost his footing as well. Well, this is much better from the Palanquinhas. Indy Lazio heading into the penalty box, and it's excellent defending from Obli Kwame. Strong, he just stood up to his opponent and took the ball away from him without having to really commit himself. Played through by Somé. Aidara, Gobey. Malu. It's an attack-minded Ivorian lineup. Anto Sousa clearly brought into the Angolan team today to add some physicality. Jairo Mwanya himself playing really quite deep in the Angolan midfield. Sundala. Well played by Jairo Mwanya in that midfield. Just beginning to step things up physically, looking to compete a bit better with the Ivorians now. Anto Sousa's pass, though, was intercepted. Here come Côte d'Ivoire again. It's Diarra Suba, and a challenge coming in from Indy Lazio. Domingos was a little bit overzealous. It's been penalised by the referee, and he gets the first yellow card of the game. Well, it's his second booking of the tournament. That means a suspension for Indy Lazio. Angola's final group game. This match in the group will be on Monday against the Central African Republic. Lazio will play no part in that. Come off the bench at half-time in the opening game against Mali and picked up a yellow card. The referee just telling the players there that VAR is in operation here today, and nothing will escape the officials if there is any foul play in the penalty box. Aidara hits it, really well struck, but too high from the Ivorian number 9. 4 goals against the Central African Republic for him, for Bassiriki Diabate's team, including 2 penalties in that game. 0-0 with more than half an hour played here between Angola and Côte d'Ivoire. It's the first time that we've had 16 teams featuring in the under-17 AFCON, so 4 groups of 4 in this year's competition. Already we've had 2 rounds of matches in Group A, which Morocco, the host nation, have had a win and a draw. Burkina Faso with 2 victories from 2 in Group B, winning 2-1 against both Cameroon and Egypt yesterday. And in Group C, the reigning champions at this level, Senegal, beginning with a narrow 1-0 win against their local rivals, the Gambia, and then having a 0-0 draw as it stands in their match against Tunisia. That the other game being played at the moment, but they kicked off at the same time as this one. Senegal looking to make it back-to-back victories. Now, free kick given to the Ivorians and another card shown to an Angolan player. Jairo Moanya picks up the card. He is not one of the Angolan players who came into this game already on a booking. Was a bit of a nasty tackle on Sheikh Tidiane Malo, and it took place right in front of the referee, and Bouchra Karboubi brandishing the yellow card in the direction of Jairo Moanya. It's the challenge by Luis Pedro Rasgado for that. Then of the booking for Jairo Moanya. Other of the players on the field today were born in 2009. He's recently turned 16. Shot coming in, it might just fall for Aidara, and a really important touch away from José Cabral to prevent Alinho Aidara from almost certainly grabbing his 5th goal already in this competition. Needless to say, his 4 goals in his team's opening game put him in a very strong position to go on and finish this tournament as the leading goal scorer. Oh, a complete air shot in the box from Lorenzo Didisa, nearly costing the Angolans dear. Gelson Dalla gratefully grabbing hold of that ball. Goodness me. And Lorenzo nowhere near that ball. And Aidara was close to turning it in. By the way, the last under-17 African Cup of Nations 2 years ago in Algeria, the top scorer at the end of the tournament, Senegal's Amara Diouf, finished with 5 goals. Nobody else scored more than 4, and gives you an idea of the achievement really from Alinho Aidara. Not many players ever scored 4 goals in one game at any level of football. There's Pedro Rasgado, he's moved across to the left-hand side, swapping flanks with Edilazio Domingos, and looking to get the cross in from that position. There's Pedro Rasgado, the Portuguese-based winger. There is an issue here for Côte d'Ivoire. Basilki Diabate watching on. Jairo Moanya, acrobatic ball into the box, and it was Denzel Liyun who turns it over the bar. It's not really been an easy game for the number 10 to get involved in. He's playing at the tip of the Angolan attack. They've not had a lot of opportunities, and still not able to force a save from Yannick Kouassi. Shadows getting a little longer here on this breezy Friday afternoon in Bereshit, south of Casablanca. 0-0 between Angola and the Côte d'Ivoire. Cabral's clearance. Back to Gelson Dalla, the clearance from him, helped on by José Cabral. Mentioned at the Ivorians, of course, the reigning champions at senior level. They recently withdrew from hosting the upcoming under-20 AFCON just at the end of last month, and therefore forfeited their automatic qualification spot. Instead, Egypt is replacing Côte d'Ivoire as hosts of that tournament and taking their position in the competition. The 17 tournament that we're focusing on here now involves 16 nations. There are just 12 teams at the under-20 AFCON. It will get underway at the end of this month and run on into mid-May. Kouassi clearing it downfield, and the header by Marcos Raimundo. Wider objective for these teams is the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, which takes place in November in Qatar. It will involve 48 teams, and that is why we have 10 coming from the African continent. Diarra heading on to the right wing. Looks really dangerous, Moise Diarra. This is Adama Somé. Lifted forward by Obli Kouame. Brought down by Alinho Aidara. Moise Diarra does really well to eliminate his marker. The ball in from the right-hand side might just fall for the shot at the edge of the box. Malo looking to curl it. And the offside flag is up, coming to Angola's rescue. Well, Sheikh Tidiane Malo, knowing that that was a chance for him. The Ivorian team, who have been on top throughout this first half, but with just 5 minutes remaining until half-time, still unable to find a way through. That's why the offside flag came up earlier in the move. That was the brilliant piece of skill from Diarra to leave Luis Pedro Rasgado for dead. Denzel Liyun. Luis Pedro Rasgado losing out. Goalless it remains here. Adama Somé sitting in that Ivorian midfield, and they are proving difficult to break through from an Angolan perspective. d'Ivoire have never previously lost their second group game at the under-17 AFCON. They are on top today as they come forward again. No suggestion of a penalty. Play continues, but Denzel Lioun easily knocked off the ball. This, by the way, is the first time that the Young Elephants have been at the under-17 AFCON since the 2015 edition, when they went out in the first round. A big impact at this level in recent times. Missing the last 3 tournaments. Let's not forget that the 2021 competition scheduled to be played here didn't take place because of the pandemic. Away by José Cabral. Ball picked up by Doumbia. Doumbia continues his run. Cross from deep, and it drifts behind. A couple of corner kicks in his first half. They've had plenty of possession, haven't really had many clear opportunities. The shot off target from Moise Diarra is the obvious one that springs to mind. High ball into the box, Aïdara looking to bring it down in the breeze, and it's a handball from the Ivorian number 9. Well, the first 45 minutes nearly up here. There shouldn't be too much time added on. It's well worked by the Ivorians, looking to thread it through towards Aïdara. The shot coming in from outside the box from Cédric Gobey, who spotted that Gelson Dalla was slightly off his line, but the effort off target. Took a fortuitous touch really off Jaden Puna. Of stoppage time, which we are into now. Delphine Louvavo looking for Pedro Rasgado on the left flank. The ball picked up by Diarra Souba. Adama Some, unchanged Ivorian team today following their opening match, which is not a surprise given the way they played against the Central African Republic in their opening game, but this is a step up in terms of opposition, even if the Young Elephants have been on top. Matos Souza with the step over. Played that ball a little bit too far in front of him, though, to keep hold of it, and he may have given away the free kick here. catching the outstretched boot of Obli Kwame. It's been a physical contest in this first half between these two teams. It's been a good game. Not an awful lot to talk about in terms of chances in this first half. Certainly what chances we have seen have come for the Ivorians. And there is the half-time whistle in Bereshid this Friday afternoon. It is goalless at the break between Angola and the Côte d'Ivoire. The young elephants on top, but yet to find a way past the Angolan back line. They'll be hoping to break down the opposition in the second half here. Angola 0, Côte d'Ivoire 0. Just a quick glance at the statistics from the first half here. You can see the Ivorians have been on top, 58% possession, 6 attempts on goal to just 2 for Angola. 4 of them have been on target. They've had the 2 corners in the half have come for the young elephants. The 2 bookings have come for Angola, and we'll just see if the edge that Côte d'Ivoire seem to have in terms of physicality might allow them to really hammer home their superiority in the second half, and maybe the game will open up a bit more then. But Angola, I'm sure, will turn to their bench to freshen things up, the Ivorians as well. But for now, it is 0-0 here. Matchday 2 of the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations, and in Group D, Angola and Côte d'Ivoire clashing in Bereshid here. The Ivorians aiming to build on their big victory against the Central African Republic in their opening game. They've been on top, but the closest they've really come to scoring perhaps here was Diarra from the angle, choosing to shoot when he probably would have been better served, attempting to pick out a teammate in the middle. That's why he looked so apologetically towards Alinho Aidara there, his teammate, the number 9, score of 4 goals on match day 1. The Angolans at the other end, well, couple of balls into the box that looked like they might have been dangerous, but not much more than that to shout about. Lazio Dominguez trying to make something happen, the number 7. You've seen the free kick from Alinho Aidara from distance sail over the crossbar. At the other end, nothing to trouble Gelson Dala. Aidara nearly getting the end of that ball before Jose Cabral was able to get the important touch on it, and fresh air swipe from Lorenzo Didisa, nearly proving costly for Angola, but Aidara denied by Gelson Dala. Basiriki Diabate's team looking comfortable defensively, but not yet able to find the breakthrough at the other end. That shot from Cedric Gobet sailing wide late in the half, 0-0 at the break.
been seeing movies. Ride with me. I got a hard head with her ass up. She want the last name with the ring on it. Cause I pulled out $1 million cash, stole a plank on it.
There as well will be underway again in a moment, and certainly you can see Collins have a change ready, a couple of changes ready to be made at the start of the second half as they look to make more of an impact on proceedings here. So a double substitution for Angola at the beginning of the second half. And two of the players who dropped out of the starting lineup today, having been in the team for the opening game against Mali, are coming on at the start of the second half. Eliseu Francisco, the number 18, is on. And also caught sight of the number 11, Omar Oliveira. Fresh legs in the attack, just looking for some fresh ideas perhaps in the attack as well.
Eliseu Francisco, player out, number 13, خروج اللاعب رقم 13 Luis Rascado, and player in number 11 ودخول اللاعب رقم 11 عمر أوليفيرا مكان اللاعب replace the number 20 رقم 20 Atos Souza.
Atenção! 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 Ei! Vamos nous! Brasil! Joy de Lorraine! Atenção!
So we're underway in the second half then in this Group D encounter between Angola and Côte d'Ivoire. Goalless at the interval, that despite the Ivorians certainly being on top, and the Angola coach Mito da Silva has responded to his side's pretty obvious difficulties in the opening half by making a double substitution at the beginning of the second half. He's taken off central midfielder in Atos Souza and a winger in Luis Pedro Rasgado. He's brought on two of the players who dropped out of the team following the opening game, Omar Oliveira and Eliseu Francisco. Meanwhile, the Ivorian coach, Basiriki Diabate, not seeing any need to change anything, not yet anyway. Two players in the wall for Angola. Côte d'Ivoire with a free kick right at the start of this second half here. The attempt on goal from Mobio, which is well off target. Not going to make him too popular with his teammates, I wouldn't have thought, having ignored the possibility of playing a ball into the middle, looking for the head of an Ivorian player. Da Silva making the double substitution in an attempt to make Angola a bit more competitive. Suba, tough customer on that right-hand side. Sume. Ball will not be kept in play. On the far side by Cedric Gobey. Getting close to scoring late in the first half. Gobey, who's the youngest player on the pitch. He only turned 15 in December. Cleared away by Mobio. Picked up by Luvav. Jose Cabral. Well, into the middle, looking for the head of Denzel Lioun, but it's off target, and it's not going to be easy for Denzel Lioun to score from chances like that. So, confirmation that Pedro Rasgado and Atos Souza, the players who've come off. Number 18, Eliseu Francisco, and 11, Omar Oliveira, are on. Now, Alinho Aidara is in here, looking to finish it off. He tried to pick out a teammate in the end. And a huge chance, probably the best chance of the game for the Côte d'Ivoire, passed up by Alinho Aidara. You would have thought he would have the confidence flowing through his veins after his performance on match day 1. Hashtag Total Energies AFCON U-17 to keep across all the action here in Morocco over this weekend and the next couple of weeks to come. This was the angle Aidara found himself at, and it certainly looked like he was passing the ball towards the far post rather than shooting towards the corner. Diarra Suba still going. Excellent play from Diarra Suba, and well dealt with by Jade Mpuna. Challenge on Touali, just outside the D here, gives Côte d'Ivoire the opportunity from the free kick. Caught clearly by Marcos Raimundo. Yellow card shown to the Angolan left back. He's the third Angolan player to be cautioned so far in this game. In the wall. It's going to be Mobio, who scored one of the goals against Central African Republic in the opening game. The free kick really well struck and a good save by Gelson Dalla. Well, that is the first time that the Angolan keeper has had to make a serious save from an Ivorian shot on target in this game today. Is now fading in daylight, the shadows have lengthened, covering pretty much half the pitch now. Which got underway at 5 in the afternoon here. There's a tackle coming in, and Alinho Aidara is the player who gets the yellow card, the first Ivorian to be booked in this game. Now, none of the Ivorian players out there today are at risk of a suspension. Free kick finding a way through the wall, carried away by the goalkeeper. Just on the issue of yellow cards, all single yellow cards at the end of the group phase will be cancelled. Any player who picks up a second booking on match day 3 will then be suspended for the next round. Here's Denzel Leon. Francisco getting the cross in towards the back post. It was just a bit too high. Freddy Lazio Domingos. Angola need to do a bit more of that in this second half if they are to trouble the Ivorian defence seriously. Do have the free kick. 4 red shirts in the penalty box, plus Oliveira joining them now. Free kick failing to beat the first man. Get it clear. Dinésio Domingos working hard to win it back again. Goalless between Angola and the Côte d'Ivoire here, 10 minutes into the second half. It's pretty much the best spell that Angola have had in this game, though. And the ball into the middle, looking for Eliseu Francisco. It was unselfish play from Denzel Leon. Angola just opening up a little bit, and they could be caught out here on the break. Cedric Gobey heading for the byline. That is going to be a corner kick now then. It did look like it took the last touch off Gobey, actually. That is what José Cabral is suggesting to Bushra Karboubi, the referee. Clearly came off Cedric Gobet last. The referee has to be forgiven. She didn't see that. And remember, the referee awards a corner by mistake or doesn't award a corner by mistake. It's not the kind of thing which can be referred to the VAR officials. So Tapé Yanis Touali will deliver the corner kick for the Côte d'Ivoire, their first of the second half, headed out by Denzel Lioun. Now Angola will look to break again, and the referee accidentally touching that ball. Ordinarily you would stop the play for an uncontested drop ball, but she allowed the play to continue. Côte d'Ivoire in possession again. Diarra Souba, it's well played. Aïdara tries the shot. Alinho Aïdara, who may not be too surprised to hear, sees a certain Victor Osimhen as an idol. A great Nigerian striker, the big and physically imposing Nigerian striker. Victor Osimhen was the top scorer at the under-17 AFCON a decade ago in 2015. Alinho Aïdara looking to emulate him here in Morocco this year. Touched by Aïdara, away by Marcos Raimundo. Aïdara, hanging ball, quite fall for Gobet on the far side. Gobet battling to win it back again. It's collected by Edilazio Domingos. Delphine Louvaba with the very cool turn under a bit of pressure in the centre of the park. Eliseo Francisco, the substitute, losing out in the challenge. Gobet. And Moise Diarra Souba losing out to Marcos Raimundo. The free kick's been given, and the Angolan number 3 needs to be careful, having already picked up the yellow cards. Just trying to get his body in between the opposition player and the ball. And when you do that, there's always a risk that the free kick will be given against you. Now then, change for Angola. They're going to freshen things up in the attack. A third substitution of the game for them. Denzel Lioun is the player coming off, another of the Portuguese-based players in the Angolan squad who came into the team today. And the player whose place he took in the side, Paulo Luvumbu, is coming on. Ivorian free kick, held up towards the back post. And Aïdara's header off target. The pitch here in Bereshit from behind Chelsea Tala's goal, 2/3 of the way through this game, yet to see a goal today. 3-0 to the Ivorians in terms of corners, 0-0 on the scoreboard. pressure. Delphine Mugaba winning the free kick though. Angola's best performance today at the under-17 African Cup of Nations coming in Tanzania in 2019 when they finished in third place. Losing on penalties to Cameroon in the semi-finals. Those days it was an 8-team competition. It has expanded pretty rapidly. It is the case for a lot of international competitions these days, of course. We heard Gianni Infantino announcing yesterday plans to expand the Senior Women's World Cup to 48 teams in time for the 2031 edition. Men's Senior World Cup in North America next year will feature 48 teams for the first time. This tournament here in Morocco, now involving 16 nations. And Cote d'Ivoire looking for that breakthrough goal. Gelson Dalla coming out outside of his penalty box to make the crucial interception in front of Alinho Aidara. Here is Aidara. Needed a better final ball than that. Flag is up on the near side anyway. Ivorians yet to make a change. We'll see if they do alter something soon. That is the Angolan coach. He's already made 3 substitutions. 2 changes at the break and then another one a few moments ago, as we see why the offside flag came up against Alinho Aidara. Rather academic anyway, because the ball in from him was a wayward one. Ivorians certainly still on top in terms of possession. The game being played at the moment in Group C between Tunisia and the reigning champions at this level, Senegal. Senegal, one of the powerhouses. The Ivorians looking to make a big impact as well. Might just have the chance here. Struggling to get the shot away, and eventually Gelson Dalla collects it for Angola. Moise Diarrasuba's reaction says it all. Another chance gone for the young Elephants. Clearance by Lorenzo Didisa. Angola 0, Cote d'Ivoire 0. We're nearly midway through the second half. Ball out to the near side. Here is Moise Diarrasuba again. He's strong, he's fast. Marcus Raimundo needs to be really careful, having already picked up the booking. This could be the chance at long last. The effort from Tuali is blocked. Well, they are knocking at the door. good turnout here in the stands at the Municipal Stadium in Bereshid to the south of Casablanca, as Angola come forward again. Ball all the way across the face of goal, and it's going to be turned in now then. Edilazio Dominguez running away in celebration, followed by his Angolan teammates, really against the run of play. It is Angola who take the lead midway through the second half. Delight for the Angolan supporters here. Disbelief really for everybody else, because the Côte d'Ivoire have been on top in this game, and they paid the price for not being more clinical at the other end. Well worked by the Angolans out to the right-hand side. Ball fed through for Edilazio, and his first time ball across the face of goal now then. Is this going to be ruled out for an offside? It was going in from Eliseu Francisco. You can see that. And whichever one of the two who got the final touch between Edilazio and Paulo Luvumbu, they could have left that. Looks like it will stand, and the Ivorians responding with a substitution. So Malo being replaced. And it is Zaibi coming on, and Cedric Goubey, the left winger, being replaced as well. Swalio Bamba comes on in his place, and confirmation that the goal does not stand. It's going to be a restart from a free kick in the Ivorian penalty box. The offside decision denying Angola the goal. We may take another look at that, and we'll be able to see that had the touch from Eliseu Francisco been the final one, and it could have been, there was no Ivorian defender there in a position to prevent that ball from crossing the line, and the goal would have stood, but instead it's ruled out. And Angola have another chance. Edilazio and Paulo Luvumbu lining up in the middle. It was Luvumbu whose effort went over the crossbar. Will that serve as a wake-up call for the Ivorians, who have been on top? The wild effort coming in from range, on over the bar. Swalio Bamba. There you see it. That's why it was ruled out. Final touch coming off a player who was ahead of Eliseu Francisco when he had the shot. Côte d'Ivoire with 63% possession in this game. Disappointment, I'm sure, for the Angolan coach. It's all part of the learning curve for these young players. Of course, there's the excitement, the determination, the adrenaline pumping through their veins as they play in this high-profile competition. They're all eager to get the last touch to that ball, but just needed slightly cooler heads in that situation. Take a step back and realise that they needed to leave that ball. can see there that he is clearly in an offside position when the shot is taken by Eliseu Francisco, the number 18, and Eliseu Domingos, the number 7, coming back from an offside position, having played the ball in from the right-hand side initially. Here come the young elephants at the other end, and they will appeal for a penalty here. The experienced referee saying no. Did look for all the world as though he was looking for that. Suario Bamba, the substitute now. Was he caught there? Well, it doesn't look great in slow motion. José Cabral just doing enough to put the Ivorian player off. Very much on the limit of legality. Confirmation of those earlier substitutions. Sheikh Tijan Malo, Cedric Gobey coming off, and Suario Bamba, the number 7, coming on. Shot from long range is well off target from the captain, Delphine Louvavu. Douali Junior Zaibi is the other player who has come off. From Stella Club d'Adjamé, one of the clubs from the great city of Abidjan. Are we going to see a goal then in this game today? For now it remains 0-0. Angola denied. The Ivorians, before that disallowed goal, unable to capitalise on their own superiority out there today. Muvumbu getting a warning from the referee. Match in the group taking place later in this same stadium between the Central African Republic and Mali. Mwanya dispossessed. Here come Côte d'Ivoire driving forward again. The ball through for Aïdara, the slip leaving him in on goal. And Gelson Dalla with a brilliant save. Well, he is a highly rated, very young goalkeeper, Gelson Dalla, and big moment in this game, that one. Last touch coming off Lorenzo Didisa there. It's going to be an Ivorian corner. Douali looking to cut that ball back. Well, Lorenzo Didisa is hurt here. I think it may be the groin. Aïdara was in. He could have chosen to go around the keeper. He went for the little chip over Gelson Dalla. And Dala saving well, and then having to be really alert with the follow-up with Tuali coming in. And Eddie Lazio, who thought he put Angola in front, only to be denied by the offside decision. He is replaced for the remaining 13 minutes plus stoppage time. In comes the corner, met by the head at the back post. Well, will that encourage the Ivorians that they have got it in them to win this game? Aidara again. Plays it off to Diarra Suba, the low shot. Another save for Gelson Dala. Diarra Suba trying to force his way through. Now then, this time maybe. Saibi denied by Jaden Puna. The vital challenge. There is an Ivorian player still down here, but his teammates are carrying on. Diarra Suba's cross towards the back post, and the header is over the bar from Swalio Bamba, and now the referee will come and check on the Ivorian player who stayed down. It is Tape Yanis Tuali, who is in the wars here. So time for another Ivorian change. Is it Tuali who's going to be coming off? There's the challenge. It's a late one. Marcos Raimundo, who is already on a yellow card, remember. So Boulay Cissé is on. Tuali is off. Dominated possession in this game. The Ivorians, they have had plenty of chances, but yet managed to find a way through. Maybe this will be the moment for them. Bamba to come back onto his right foot. Tricky play from the substitute. This is the chance a few moments ago for Diarra Suba, going low towards the near post. Just wonder if Tuali was putting him off at all, but he got the shot on target and the effort saved. ball forward, punched away by Gelson Dalla, picked up by Luvavu. The offside flag is up. Shadow Mwanya with the ball out to the far side. Another game in Group C being played at the same time, goalless as well, between Tunisia and Senegal. Two teams who won their opening match. Damage either team's chances of qualifying too much as the header comes in. Paulo Luvumba with the effort, saved by Kouassi, who has not had much to do in this game, the Ivorian keeper. There's another match in this group kicking off later tonight, and then the final games taking place on Monday. The Ivorians will stay here to play Mali. Now you'd expect the Malians to win against the Central African Republic later. That would put them on to 6 points. And it would mean that the Ivorians would be looking to get something against the Malians in that final game. And the other match, Angola will head to take on the Central African Republic in the coastal city of El Jadida, which is down the coast from Casablanca, not too far from here. Those games taking place on Monday, late afternoon, early evening. Shadow Mwanya's delivery. A free kick given against Eliseu Francisco. Then Boulaye Cissé setting off on the run. It's a cool bit of covering from the captain, Delphine Luvavu, for Angola. This would be a very respectable draw for the Angolan team. It's the two teams who are competing for second place in the group with Mali, it seems. The Malians are a strong side. Angola already narrowly beaten by the Malians in their opening game. They don't want to be narrowly beaten tonight as well. That would be a real body blow for them. The draw keeps them alive in the competition. The Ivorians had that big win against the Central African Republic in their first game. First tiebreaker remains head-to-head, then overall goal difference, so Angolans do have the greater need for a victory, because remains this way, they'll be 3 points behind the Ivorians. That one game to play. It'll be very difficult for them to turn that goal difference advantage that the Ivorians have around. Corner played short. Fifth corner in this game for the Ivorians. Bottom line is this: if Mali win later against the Central African Republic, they'll be on 6 points. They'll be heading through. The Ivorians will be on 4, and the Angolans on 1. And it would be hard to imagine Angola goal difference swing that they require. At the moment, the Ivorians are +5 and the Angolans -1. But, therefore, it's a big ask for the Palanquinhas up against Basiriki Diabate's Ivorian side. No wonder they were celebrating the goal that they thought they'd scored so wildly. Central African Republic making their debut at the Under-17 AFCON. Hoping to leave their mark despite being newcomers. Ball forward towards Haidara. And Jaden Puna, who's come from the Houston Dynamo Academy in the United States and who scored his team's goal against Mali on match day 1 with the interception. It is another Ivorian corner. But, headed away just in front of goal. Still the Ivorians pushing. This is Boulaye Cissé. It's good defending from Jaden Puna, away by Lorenzo Didisa. We are nearly into the 90th minute. Victory for the Ivorians. For them to be heading through to the quarter-finals. Collision. Boulaye Cissé with the challenge on Marcos Raimundo. No games tomorrow, by the way, here in Morocco. The next action coming on Sunday, when the hosts are among the teams taking to the field. As Groups A and B come to a conclusion, and then on Monday, final games in Group C and in this group, Group D. Quarter-finals not until next Thursday and Friday, the 10th and 11th of April. Faboué Doumbia then with the free kick. We are into stoppage time at the end of this game. Some poor delivery, cleared by the Angolan defence. Swalo Bamba to lay it back for a shot at goal from the edge of the box. Again, the Angolan defence stands firm. Will it come again? Still pushing, looking for the goal. We are into 4 minutes of stoppage time. I suspect we'll end up having a bit more than that. Of the Angolan players who dropped out of the team today, João David Capitão is coming on. Substitution for the Angolans in stoppage time as the corner is headed towards goal and held by Gelson Dalla again. Still time for Angola to snatch a dramatic victory in this game. Uvabo is challenged and is brought down. It is going to be a free kick. Fouled by Diarra Souba. Jairo Moanya then lining up the free kick. Well, the Ivorians have been the dominant team in this game pretty much since the beginning, and certainly they've made Gelson Dalla, the Angolan goalkeeper, do quite a lot of work in this second half. Big save notably from Alinho Aidara when the Ivorian striker was through on goal, but here we are in the 93rd minute and Angola still with a chance of snatching the victory. Jairo Moanya over the free kick, over the wall and into the arms of Kwasi, the Ivorian keeper, who launches maybe a final attack here for the young Elephants. Pass is intercepted. Good play from José Cabral. Capitao just on as a substitute. Heavy touch by Jairo Moanya. Can't afford to make a mistake now. Diarra Souba still going strong. Deep in injury time. Sliding challenge from Cabral. The Angolan defence have done pretty well today, ultimately, to keep the Ivorians at bay when the saves have had to be made by Gelson Dalla. He has been there to make them. So Mobio to deliver this throw. We have gone beyond the allotted 4 added minutes. Header away by Cabral. This will surely be the last chance for the Ivorians. There is the final whistle. There is not time to take it. A hard-fought game. Both teams will feel frustrated, of course, the Côte d'Ivoire, because they really dominated throughout the match. They had plenty of chances, couldn't find a way through, and the Angolans as well, because they did find the net in the second half, but were denied by the VAR check, which led to the effort from the number 7, Edilazio Dominguez, being disallowed for offside. Had he left the ball, Eliseo Francisco's effort would have been going in anyway, and the goal surely would have counted, and that would have been that for Angola. But in the end, they pay the price for what is a mistake from Edilazio. They didn't get the goal. They leave with a draw. It's a result which probably puts them in a very difficult position, because if Mali win later, then they'll not be able to catch the Malians, and they'll be 3 points behind Côte d'Ivoire with a far inferior goal difference, of course, and they'll be left needing to record a very big victory in their last game against the Central African Republic. Côte d'Ivoire's 6-1 win in that opening match has left them in a very strong position to go on